People are overthinking the marathon in terms of the training, the preparations for it, and the marathon itself. I think that one of the reasons why I was able to run a 2:52 marathon on the first ever marathon that I was ever running was that I was naive. I did not have any idea what I was going to, and I didn't have anyone telling me you have to do this, you have to do this, and you have to do that. I've already talked about the intensity of my training and how I was solving this before my marathon, having one threshold training a week and trying to just get as many miles as possible in before the actual marathon. But I want to talk about the week leading up to the marathon in terms of the nutrition, because this is something that a lot of people are talking about, and they're saying that you have to do this and you have to make sure you have enough carbs and you have to change this up and you have to do this, and on a day of the marathon you have to do this, this and that. And honestly, unless you're an elite athlete, I don't really think that this is necessary. I think that by overthinking this, you will make it too complicated for yourself and it will be really hard for you to perform the way you want to. I honestly believe that any day of the week leading up to the marathon, you will or you should be able to do the same time as you would on the day of the race itself. It's easy to think that you need to change things up the week of the marathon and you need to load up on carbs, make sure you have enough energy and all of that. And you are probably getting enough energy throughout a normal week. So make sure you do whatever you're doing on a normal basis and you'll be fine. Try not to test out new food the week before. Maybe don't eat things that you know will upset your stomach. But other than that, just do what you normally do and stick to your normal habits. And on the day of the marathon, a lot of people will tell you that you need to fuel up on this and that. And in my experience, I think that the most important thing you can do is eat something that you know that your body will digest very well, and just make it as easy as possible. For me, I only had 2 slices of bread with some chicken on it. And if you had normal meals throughout the week before, this is more than enough, because what you eat on the day of the race doesn't really matter. Unless you had it work for you very well before, don't listen to all of the people telling you that you need to take gels and sport nutrition drinks on the morning of the race. The one thing that I like to think about and that I think is important, and I kind of messed up on this before when I was doing a long running training, was that I didn't plan on the fueling during the race. I thought that I would be able to just run a long distance for hours without fueling up. And in terms of the energy, yes, that is the case, because I didn't have a lack of energy, but I got stomach cramps, and stomach cramps will, there's no chance to get back from that. And so for me, it was good to have a plan for what to eat and when to eat those things during the race. And since I was aiming at 3 hours, I knew that I didn't need anything else in gels. I had good experience with that before, and so I made a plan for myself to have the first gel at 10 kilometers and then keep them coming every 5 to 7 kilometers after that. And I think this is nice to just have something predictable, have a plan for that. But other than that, just don't overthink it with anything. And make sure you get water on each station, and if you're able to get some more water during the race, that's great. This obviously also depends on the temperature. If it's really hot, you will need more water or nutrition drinks during the race. And when it comes to the race itself, I think that the most important thing you can do is to know yourself. Don't start too hard, because a marathon is not really hard in the beginning. You will feel very comfortable for a very long time, and then, at least for me, it was at 30-35 kilometers, that's when it really started to hurt, and that's when I really needed to fight. But I also knew beforehand that my heart rate at 165 would be the place to be, and a pace around 4 minutes flat on the kilometer, and keeping that up, just knowing that this is where I'm supposed to be, helped me a lot. And I knew that I was not opening too hard. I think that a lot of people are opening too hard because it just feels so comfortable in the beginning. So knowing that it's a long race and that it will be hard at the end of it, it's a good thing to just keep in mind. But other than that, go out there, have fun, Don't overthink the marathon, because the marathon is not the most complicated discipline within running. It's just that if you overthink it, you will make it more difficult for yourself than it has to be.